Okay, I'm gonna try to get through this as fast as I can because I have two kids home today. My youngest son is sick. He's been home since Friday, so um, trying to do a tutorial with two little ones at home is very hard. He's 6, and my daughter, who you all know is here with me, is 4. And I'm still not feeling very well, so I would try to get through this as fast as I can. As you can see, my face is swollen, both sides are swollen here. I don't know why my eyes are so droopy, and I need to wash my hair. It's just ridiculous, but I want to do a tutorial and I want to show you how I do a no-bake cheesecake or cheese pie, however it's classified. And excuse my outdated kitchen. We bought this house in we closed on it in August, and we've been doing some updates, but the kitchen is just going to have to wait. So you get to see our ancient walls, which are going to be tiled, and the cabinets that are going to be refaced because it's just too old. And I'll show you later on, but we have a push button stove, which is kind of ridiculous, and it's electric, which I can't stand, but nonetheless, we're not using any of that today. We're just going to do a no-bake cheesecake. It's for my son, my oldest son. His birthday is today. He's 20 years old, so I'm making it for him because it's his fave. I got the recipe from my mom, and I used to love to watch her in the kitchen. She used to do a lot of homemade things, so I am going to attempt to do a lot of homemade things, and this is the first recipe video tutorial that I will be doing. So bear with me because, again, I'm not well. My daughter is in the kitchen. You'll probably see her walk back and forth, but right now she is wanting breakfast. So I'll be making the cheesecake and dealing with her at the same time as well. My two dogs are in here, in and out. So I'm going to show you everything I use, and hopefully you guys can see um, what's going on over here. I need you to stop stomping on them. What I use for the cheese part of it is Philadelphia cream cheese. I love this cream cheese. I do sometimes buy the off brand, but when you're making something and you love it, stick with what you love. And I love Philadelphia, so this is what I use. Here you turn it in.
Dad, can you put the milk in the cup so I can pour myself?
We're gonna pause this for one. Well, never mind. I'll just keep going. Bear with me, people. This is the life of a stay-at-home mom. You have to deal with every situation. There's no telling no, saying no to a child. So. Okay, people, I'm back. I use sour cream. It gives it a little bit of a tart taste. Daisy, I use this light. I didn't mean to get light, but it's okay if you have light or regular, but this is what I use. Also, we have our sugar. Because I'm making two, I'm going to double up on the recipe because I'm going to put it all in one bowl and make it all together. So I have 1 cup of sugar. If you're only making one, you only need 1 Philadelphia cream cheese and 1 cup of sour cream and only a half a cup of sugar. As well, I squeeze a fresh lemon, so I will be putting in a teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, and also I use a half a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. You can use imitation if you choose, it's your choice. I use pure vanilla. This is store brand. It really doesn't matter. It tastes the same to me. It's just for the taste. As well, you want your graham cracker crust. I use Keebler. I love Keebler. It's what I use. Normally I will buy what's on sale, but today I bought Keebler because I had a coupon, so I went to Meyer, and I also had my M Perks. I'm not sure, many of you don't have Meyer because you don't live in Michigan, so you just can go to Walmart or whatever stores in your area and get the graham cracker crust. I took off the plastic part because when we're done, we're going to use that as our top. And then what goes on top, I like cherry. Today I'm doing cherry. You can buy blueberry, you can do strawberry, you can do fresh fruit, whatever it is that you want to do. But today, for my mom's recipe, we're using cherry pie filling. Again, as you can see, it's Meyer brand. Yes, I save money by buying store brand. To me, it tastes the same. If you have your preference, use what you like. It's your choice. And once you have the cream made, you can do things your own way. You can add more, you can take away, you could do a multi-layer. Today I'm just doing one layer. So if you have any questions when I'm done, you can either email me or respond to the video. So we're going to get together, and I also have, if you can see over there by the microwave, I have my Black & Decker mixer. Sometimes I mix by hand, and most times I use my blender. I'm not doing it by hand today because, again, I said I'm not feeling well. I have a son upstairs who's not feeling well, and also my daughter running back and forth through here. So I want to get through this as fast as I can. So what we're going to do now is just basically take the cream cheese and take it out of the pack and put it into a bowl. I use this bowl just because I like to use it better than mixing with the plastic bowl. I don't know why, it's just my preference. So you can do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But to me, you know, with the holidays coming up, I like to use a lot more homemade recipes, just because that's the way my mom did it, and it tastes so much better when you make it yourself. I do not always have time to make things homemade because with 6 children at home, it's very hard to do homemade things because you have to take the time to cut ingredients and do stuff. And with me homeschooling my daughter, it's just difficult to try to get all of that done when my husband is not at home. So I usually wait till around the holidays because the kids have days and you know, they're on vacation and stuff, so it's easier for me to do it when everybody's at home. I have more time. So that is 1 cup of sour cream, and then I'm going to do another cup. And everything's a lot easier to mix together when it's at room temperature, which I brought everything to room temperature before I started mixing them together. Flop it in there, turn it over. Good girl. Let Mama see. Thank you.
Mix.
No, we're not mixing yet. Put everything in here. Sugar.
I want a second.
Okay, good girl. Cameron, are you okay? Cameron, are you okay? Okay.
What do you say?
Sorry about that, people. I have to check on my son. So you want to have your measuring spoons. As I said, I use a half teaspoon of lemon juice, fresh squeezed lemon juice. My mom used to use imitation, and as a kid, obviously, I couldn't tell the difference, but I can now. Actually, I'm going to use a full tablespoon of the lemon juice today just because I like the tart taste, and so does my son. So because this is for him, I'm going to make it the way that we like it. Pour it in there. All right, good girl.
Next, next?
Not yet.
No.
So we want to rinse it off because I need to use it again for my vanilla. And I am really only going to use a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And it's very frustrating sometimes to have her in here wanting to help with every detail. But it makes memories for her. And it'll make memories for me as well. So I'm going to throw that away. So now that you have everything in the bowl, you just want to get your blender. Can you get your face out there, please? Thank you.
And I spin it.
No, mommy's going to have to spin it. Please eat your cereal, sweetheart. So you just want to now, I kind of take my little spatula here and I mash down the cream cheese, but because it is very, very well at room temperature, you don't have to do much mashing before you go ahead and mix, but you kind of want to just try to get the sugar mixed in there and make sure that it's mixed very well. Whether you're doing it by hand or you're using, a blender, just try to get it as mixed as possible because you will taste the difference in the end. So here we go. Hold on, sweet. It's not done yet. So now you just want to take this and kind of get around the edges for what didn't really get mixed in and kind of scrape it down into the bowl so that you can mix everything all together. Don't get it too creamy because what I've learned is when it's too creamy, it stays that way even when you refrigerate it because with the cream cheese you kind of want it to stay a little thick, so sometimes you may have to take away some sour cream or take away a little bit of sugar because the sugar will break down that cream cheese and it will make it kind of runny, and then when you get ready to cut it, it's kind of gonna not really completely fall apart, but you will see the difference as opposed to it being solid. Can we go to the table? And there's the treat in there. Talking to my YouTube followers. So I'll be in there in a sec, sweets. Okay? So what I normally do for this is once I pour this in here, I usually let it sit in the refrigerator for a few hours before I put the pie filling on top. I'm not going to do that today because, again, like I said, I'm not really feeling well. I'm actually feeling really dizzy right now. And I'm sorry for not really showing my face, but I just look horrible today and I feel horrible today. So I'm going to put my hair in a ponytail, and of course, because I just touched my hair, I'm going to wash my hands. You have to be careful of what you do, because any kind of contact with anything else when you're working with food, you want to make sure that you constantly wash your hands. Even something as simple as touching your hair, you think that it may not be a problem, but it really is, because you can get pieces of hair into whatever you're making, and your hair has natural oils, or if you put oil in your hair, then it's the contact and the germs and everything. So anyway, you want to be mindful to always wash your hands. So I do this. I split it down the middle, and as you can see, my sour cream kind of stayed out a little too long, but you could kind of eyeball it, and just get it in there. I like to get them in both sides first before I start spreading it around.
Starting with
Put it in the sink, sweetheart.
that's a good pie for cake.
Yeah, it's you love it. Here, you and your sister can have fun with that.
Have fun with the ball.
Yeah, you can lick the bowl.
Mm.
Sink, sweetheart, not on the counter. Okay. You guys can take that in the living room. Okay?
We'll go back upstairs.
Okay. That's fine. You see, I'm just kind of spreading this around in here, and my dogs want to go outside, so hopefully they won't start barking, but it's Milo and Gromit here. Gromit belongs to my husband, and Milo is mine. And Milo is actually going to have a birthday on the 20th of this month. So that is that. And because this one is going to be for me, I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger. If I was giving this to someone else, I wouldn't do that, or I would have gloves on, but because this one is going to be mine, it doesn't matter, because it's my own germs, and if I get sick, it's my own fault. But I just wash my hands, so I should be fine. Taste it, obviously. It's really, really good. And actually, I got it the perfect recipe this time. The last time I made it, it wasn't that great. The recipe was really off, and the consistency was off a lot. I usually have a sink full of soapy water because I wash dishes at the same time while I'm cooking or baking or whatever it is that I'm doing, just because I hate to leave dishes lingering around. I'm really obsessive like that. So now we're just putting on the cherries, and sorry, I should have been prepared, but my husband has the tendency to use my utensils and move them around. And I can't find my glue spatula. So we're just going to take the cherries out, kind of put them on top. You could just kind of put them all on here on one glob and spread it around later. But it could be neat, it could be sloppy, it really doesn't matter if you're eating it. When I make it for other people, I try to make it as pretty as possible. And, you can pour chocolate on top, or, make some kind of chocolate syrup for later on, whatever you want to do. It's your choice. And if there's ever anything you all want to see me make, just let me know. And I'll get it. I may not get it when you need it, but I'll try to get it as soon as you ask for it. Again, I have